Hey YouTube, how y'all doing? The Lord impressed on my spirit to come out here and reiterate a word that I gave at the beginning of the year. It's called walking on water. I watch YouTube and I see so many Christians drowning. I see them come up out of the water for a minute, but they turn around and start looking at the world again and they just drop. The water and the waves represent the world and the nations and the perplexity and the fears. And the only way to get up above and walk on this water is to see Jesus, not the world. I pray that people stop looking at the world. Jesus is Lord. He is Lord of the nations. He is Lord over all things, heaven and earth. Keep your eyes on Him. Be led by the Spirit. There is no fear. His kingdom is all around us. His kingdom has the highest authority. There is no power above His. All you people that think you know the future, seriously, what gives you the right? Scripture says clearly, tomorrow is promised to no man. But the thing is, as we learn to know the Father's true nature and character, that we are His children, then we start to understand He has a future for us, and it is good. A lot of people, when they look at the world, they don't see a future. And they say how evil the world is and they want to go home. Well, God has you here for a reason. We are the light of this world. He wants us here for this reason, for this purpose, to shine the light of His kingdom authority over all things. It does get kind of confusing because there is one thing going on in life and in this world and in heaven, one thing, the reconciliation of all things back to Christ. Christ is reconciling all of humankind back to God, back to Him. And you can see it as this and be reconciled, or you can look at the world and be fearful, thinking that men are doing it, trying to unite religions. Well, that'll never happen. Truthfully, I'm not a religious man. I never have been and I never will go there, because Christ isn't about religion. He's about a personal relationship. And truthfully, the ancient way, the ancient path, the heart seeking the one true Creator God through prayer, meditation, Scripture, this is the only way to find Him. There is a process called humbling yourself to God, that He's in control and authority, not you. You know, Job had to learn that. A lot of the prophets were told that. God would say, where were you when I did this? Is your life not in my hands? When we were born, God knew our days, the number of our days. He knew every minute we would be here, everything that would happen to us. He knows the hairs on our head. He knows every thought we have before we do. He even knows our motives when we don't even know them sometimes. You have to come to a faith in the living God, in the one true living God. He's for you, not against you. He loves you. You know, to look at the world, yeah, I agree, it's a pretty fearful thing, but there's nothing new under the sun. When you look at God, you understand it has a purpose. You understand that this work of reconciliation at the cross, the final finished work, changed everything. And everybody has an opportunity to come to Him and see Him as John does. You know, I see two kinds of Christians. I see, because I was both. When I started and I didn't know God, I was looking for Him, and He's coming soon, He's coming soon. And then I had that moment with the living God, and now I see him as he is, Lord and King. Eyes of flaming fire, hair as white as snow, gleaming metal from the waist down. He is in authority and control of all things, and he is good. This is truth. One day, we'll all be with him, but right now we have a purpose. We have a purpose to help people grow up, to help them get out of this world and live above it, to not see the circumstances and situations of the world powerless to them. God put us here to change things, to dwell in us and through us and for us, and that's a huge thing. All of the Old Testament was about the coming Messiah, God manifesting flesh to do what we couldn't do, take care of this sin thing, the fallen awareness of him. And he did. And all of the New Testament is about Christ and his finished work and the fulfillment, the culmination of all men coming to knowledge of him and of his great power and of his kingdom that rules heaven and earth now. It's a hard thing to humble yourself. It's a tough thing to admit to yourself you don't know everything. And it's a really tough thing to come out of all of this end-time doctrine thinking you know. It's the craziest thing. Are these things happening in the world? Yes, they are, but you're no longer of this world. And if you keep your mind on the world and the end-time doctrine, it's going to put you on the wrong side of these future things coming. Trust God, have faith in him, be led by his Spirit, and you'll be on the right side of it. Understand that he is already Lord. Just not everybody knows that yet. Not everybody sees it. There is still the veil of separation, the false sin at work in many people, and they don't see it. Can I tell anybody how to do it? No, I can't tell you. It does come with much pain, much suffering. It comes at desperate times in need where you cry out to God for truth. That's when it comes, when you humble your heart to him, that he is the power and you're not. Well, listen, I pray that people learn to walk on the water with him, to live above the circumstances, to live above this world, to not be moved or taken down by every wave of fear of future prophetic events and fear of what men will do and fear of what nations will do. It's hard to explain. The Old Testament was more about nations and a nation revealing the one true living God. New covenant, Christ came, God came, and he fixed all that. Now it is a personal relationship on an individual level with every human being on this planet. It is so. Well, I just wanted to bless everybody, and God's got a future for you, and it's good. His kingdom is being revealed. The apocalypse, it means the revealing, the removing of the veil, an open awareness of Christ, who is, of his heaven, of his kingdom. It is not separate from us. We are a part of it. Everything that is exists in him and in his kingdom. A lot of people just refuse to bow the knee. Jesus is Lord. Well, thank you, YouTube. Bless you.